I'm going to open up your chakras.
You've ever heard people change their life and everyone can, and I get this all the time. People say, dude, why are you doing all this? You're going to die of something, right? And guess what? We all are, right? But it's the quality. It's how we want to live our life. We all are going to end, but it's the quality. And when you come here, you re-energize and you increase the quality. So as you start to reflect your light and become that rainbow again, right? You start to realize, well, it's in the foods. Like the root chakra, the desire to survive. I'm going to go through the chakras with you now. Because when I hit the gong on you today, sounds light as sound. When I hit the gong is going to cover all 7 in one go tonight when you meditate. So I'm going to get you with sound therapy tonight. Right? Red, the desire to survive. Fundamental needs. Drinking, eating, thirst. Right? We all need to have it. We all need to do it, or we're not going to be here in physical form. Orange, the desire for emotions and feelings outside of oneself. I need to feel loved. Jeff, will you love me?
I love you guys.
Yes. So I need to feel love, right? That's why you have weddings and matrimony and man and woman marrying, right? Because the human being feels a desire to feel love. Any emotions and feelings are in the dantian, the navel chakra. Color orange. These are desires, hence the word desires. Desires are things that are needed. They're needed outside oneself, right? Yellow, the desire for identity. When you look in the mirror, what do you think you are? How would you describe yourself? Self-esteem lies in the solar plexus chakra, colored yellow. Personal power, the ego, lies right here, solar plexus chakra. Now, incidentally, turn around for a second. What's the most predominant color that you see with your eyes?
Green.
What's that chakra correspond to?
Heart.
What are we, really, when we're born and when we leave here? Love. When you're born, you're a little ball of love, like the baby. Look at the baby right there. Complete innocence, unconditionality. Everyone looks at a baby and they smile and they laugh. You're never like, bad baby, right? You don't. Why? Because it reflects the innateness of you energetically, right? So the baby's love. How many of you have ever heard someone have a near-death experience where they say they go to hell? They go to the light, and then they don't even want to come back. So they go back to the frequency of love. So incidentally, nature, it's the reason why we're out here in the middle of nowhere. Nature and this green frequency is constantly teaching you that you embody love. That's all you really are, Mr. Moth. Right? That's all you really are. And so the frequency of green, the more greens you eat, the more love you're going to feel. And when you look with your open eye, that's all you see is green, really. It encompasses a good percentage of this planet. And so nature's like, come on, man. Remember. Remember that you're just love. Remember that you're just love. The trees, the plants, the grass. Remember yourself. Remember yourself. You don't have to feel shame, guilt, fear, and anger. That's just a choice. You can remember yourself, right? You're just unconditional love. And that's the frequency of green in the heart chakra, right? The first 3 chakras are desires. They're things that you search for outside of yourself. The 4th chakra, once you really, really understand it, you understand that you're love. That you don't desire it anymore from outside of yourself. You embody it. The 5th chakra is another understanding. I understand that I am truth. Color blue. Right? Where are we going to find blue? Kale sort of has a bit of a blue twinge to it in this lighting. You can't see it really well. You've got some blues over here just a little bit. What?
Blue water for like the
blue water. Look at that. Blue water. Okay. Now, incidentally, why do the girls have a really hard time finding matter that's blue? In the final 3 chakras, blue, indigo, and violet, you can't find much food. Where do you get blue, indigo, and violet? Prana, life force energy, chi. Most people live their lives in this chakra, the desire to survive, the desire for things outside oneself, and the desire for personal power and ego and identity. Most of the world lives in 1, 2, and 3. And it rotates every single time you live another life, over and over and over again. And people have flashes of love because that's what they are. But they go here. And then the upper 3 chakras, most people, they're difficult because it requires introspection, going within, prayer, meditation, some things, breathing techniques, sound, light, plants, right? These are things that will help you with the upper 3 chakras. So blue is, I understand that I am truth. So what you think and what you speak should match. What you think and what you speak should match. If it doesn't, then you're not in balance. Think about that. So what's inside your head and what you speak, does it match? For most human beings, it doesn't. And then our throat chakra starts to close up. And our traps get really tight. Right? It's like the movie Liar Liar. You ever seen that with Jim Carrey? He spoke his truth. I bet you his throat chakra was wide open. The 6th chakra, color indigo, one of my favorites. It's the understanding that I am not what I think I am. So it's outside of the 5 senses. This chakra is more difficult to understand, right? The third eye is mostly locked up and closed in most people. When you close your eyes and you see nothing but black, it's pretty closed off. What lights it up? The pineal gland or the third eye is opened by light. The easiest way to do it, in my humble opinion, is to stare at the sun. And then the sun within will open. The star within, the third eye, will start to open. And then when you close your eyes 24 hours a day, there it'll be. The beautiful blue and yellow and green and purple diamond. Or sometimes it looks like a pine cone. Or sometimes it looks like a circle sun. It changes shape and it turns and moves, and all of you have it. Many people, they're open for short periods of time, and then it closes off. But the more you get into this lifestyle, eating, thinking, and praying, the third eye starts to open. And then you truly understand that you are not what you think you are, just this physical experience. You'll realize that there is something outside of you that's affecting you, that's outside of the 5 senses. There's a 6th sense. We've all had it before, right? A feeling that you need to go left instead of right. And people say, why? Why did you go right instead of left? Or left instead of right? I just had a feeling. That's the 6th chakra. It's innate in all of you. You have to practice it to really bring it out, though. The 7th chakra, violet. It's a little bit above the head, encompassing the aura. The 7th chakra, violet, is the I am. The burning bush in the Bible, the I am that I am. Who am I? I am. Pretty hard, right? That's like a philosophy class. I remember my philosophy professor, it was just like, he was always into that stuff, And I was like, what? I am? Come on. But you really are. When you go back to Source or God or whatever you want to call it, you are just energy. You will leave flesh and bone, and when you leave here, you will go back to the I am. That's the 7 chakras. I'm going to hit you with the 7 chakras tonight with the gong. Hopefully you guys get to the I am.
Bless you, Brian.
All right.
Thank you, Brian. Ow!
So one of the
Peace,
ideas
love.
of Chakra Salad is to
Yeah, brother.
I am.
You are.
Brian Calvi. He's here to cleanse your chakras.
Well, now that you got your chakras cleansed, why don't you go on over and check out these 2 videos on vitamin D and why Chris loves being a vegan. Also, don't forget to click and get your free ebooks. Come on, man, it's free.
Excited to announce my new iPhone app, free with 101 frickin' awesome recipes, Terry retreat treats, food combining charts, shopping carts, and more.